Good morning, everyone. Hi. I'm so excited to see you all this morning. I'm up first. This is rare. So I'm trying to get used to this, but good morning. Welcome to Makers Mojo for the August Creative Escape second day. Can you guys believe it? What did you guys think of the first day's presentations? I mean, we had our fun welcome event. We had Melissa, we had Joe, and we had Audra, all with amazing things, right? I was so excited. So I have your comments hidden for just a minute. So please understand if you're saying hi, I'm not ignoring you. I just to kind of keep me straight, I had to minimize the comments while my face is on the screen. When I flip down, I'll bring it back up though. So good morning. I am so excited you guys are here today for another day of crafty fun. We have how many more presentations left? 7. And yeah, 7. And then we're going to have our fun crafty stamp along event tonight, our sketch social. So not really tonight, but later this afternoon. I'm all discombobulated with my times. so I want to welcome you to a fun day of crafting. I've got a chock full presentation for you this morning. If you love gift cards, I originally intended my presentation today to be 3 fun gift card holders that you could use for all occasions. And when I brought this up with the team, they said, oh my gosh, you're going to do 3 gift card holders in a presentation? That's crazy. And I said, you're right. So you know what I did? I added a 4th. So I have 4 for you today because I'm an overachiever. And hopefully I know we're gonna get them done because I've done a lot of the pre-work for us today. But I'm gonna show you 4 fun gift cards for all occasions. And I have 2 alternates to show you as well. So the ones I'm showing today are for Christmas. And then we're going to, I'm going to show you some all occasions, one with a new product and one with masculine. So we have a lot to do. So with that, I'm going to flip us over and we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to welcome you to our second day of the event. I'm so excited you're here and thank you for stamping with us today. All right, guys, I'm going to flip us down to the desk and there we go. Okay, now I'm going to bring your comments back up. Hello. Good morning. I see Heather, Nell, Belinda, Beth, Barbara, so many fun people. Okay, I could say hi to you guys all morning. I'm super social this morning, but we got lots to do. So let me move my stuff in place here. Turn on one light. I forgot I had headphones in. Hold on one second. I got to turn on the light and then reconnect my headphone that I just ripped out of my ear. Okay, fun times. I have to remember I'm connected. Okay, we should be a little brighter today. Let's get started. Gorgeous gift cards. So on your preliminary PDF sample, I showed you this fun little card. This is one of 4 that we're going to put together today. This grouping that I'm doing uses the Christmas Scotty bundle, which is in the July through December mini catalog. I love this. As a dog lover and a schnauzer lover. I know this is a Scotty dog, but I'd like to call him a schnauzer. But this is one of the first sets I bought. I absolutely love this. This is a fun little collection that I'm going to show you for all occasion gift cards. So this comes with a coordinating punch. Just in case you haven't seen it, I know there are some folks new to the event. So it comes with a punch that cuts out one of the Scotty dogs. And I just think this is a fun little holiday set. So let me show you the cool part about this pop-up gift card holder. Now, as I mentioned, I have 4 gift card holders that you can use for just about every occasion. So I'm going to show you how to make them, because that's the important part. And then what you can do is you can adapt any of the supplies that you have to make a fun gift card collection to use. It's gift card season. So I know for this fall event, I like to do gift cards because everybody has a need for them. Good morning, Cindy from, is it Dunedin, Florida? I think I said that right. My mom lives in Tampa and I think that's how she told me how to say it. So I saw it pop up. So I wanted to say hi. Good morning, Kimmy. It is early. I agree with you. All right, let's look inside. So this just looks like a normal, fun, mailable card, right? Guys, boom. How cute is this? It's a fun little pop-up gift card holder. I have a Crate and Barrel gift card in here, one of my personal favorites, and we're going to put this together. So let's get started. Like I mentioned, I've done a lot of the stamping for us already. So I'm going to show you the nitty gritty of how to put this together. The stamping part I've already done just to kind of speed us along, because I mentioned I have 4 for you today. So all the measurements are on the preliminary PDF, and we're going to start. This is a standard card base. So this is just what I love about this is this could be mailable. I will tell you, you're going to need some extra postage on this one. This is one that's not going to take 1 stamp to mail. Okay, so it's a little girthy inside. All right, I see lots of people are loving gift cards. So good. I'm glad this presentation will be for you. So this is a standard card base. Again, all measurements are going to be over on the preliminary PDF, and I am going to at about 1/2 past the hour, the PDF will post for this as well. Please bear with me, guys. It's a very measurement heavy PDF. I went over it about 17 times yesterday. If I made a mistake, bear with me. I'm going to go over it one more time before I put my video link in when we email it out to you after the event. But if I'm a little off, I'm going to catch it. I promise I will. There's just a lot of measurements in this one. So we are going to start out. We have a basic black layer, and then we're going to have a Coastal Cabana layer. So I'm just going to pull the stamp set in here for reference because I've done all of our stamping. So this cute little snow stamp, I just stamped in the corner. One thing I want to point out about this image that's kind of fun is, oops, you could actually just ink up 1 or 2 of these. You don't have to ink up the set of 3. And that's kind of what I did. I just put enough on here to kind of fill up the corners without it being too heavy. So I've already done this layer. We're going to attach this. And like I mentioned, a lot of the stamping is done. So it's just a couple layers here and there. Okay, so this is just going to go on the front. The front comes together super easy. So here we go. Now there's 2 pieces of DSP that you're going to use. I'm using the Cottage Garden. Oh, here we go. Gingham Cottage DSP. And there is going to be 1 piece on the front. This is just a 3x4 piece of DSP. We're going to center that on the front. I love this. I'm using Poppy Parade, Coastal Cabana, and black and white. And that is one of my, if you've never visited me before, I'm a total brights girl. So I will always choose bright colors over any other color palette. And this is one of my favorites for Christmas. I just think it's fresh and fun. It's kind of like a fresh take on the traditional red and green. It just kind of shakes it up a little bit. So we're just going to center that in the middle. Okay. And then on your measurements, you're going to have a piece of Poppy Parade to cut out the layering circle, or I'm not not layering circles, stylish shapes. Sorry about that. Stylish shapes is my new favorite die cut because I use it for everything. So you're going to cut out the largest of the stylish shapes circles, and you're going to stamp this fun plaid image on the background. It fits just about perfectly. So you're going to stamp that in Poppy Parade ink and then pop that up on Stampin' Dimensionals and pop that on the front. Okay, then you're going to have another piece of basic white in the measurements. That is going to be for your stamping, and that's for our little Scotty dog. Now, with this being such a solid image, I do recommend that you use your Stamparatus if you have it for this one. I like to kind of stamp this about 2 or 3 times to get nice full ink coverage, and the Stamparatus makes that super easy. So that's just one tip with these nice solid images. It's really nice to use the Stamparatus because you get a second and third chance. So now this guy punches out with the punch. So he's easy. I just punched him out with the Scotty Dog punch, popped him up on some dimensionals. I'm not going to quite stick him down yet because you're going to have another little strip of basic white in there to do your sentiment. And I chose "You Are Always Loved" because that just, everybody wants to hear that, don't you think? So, and I punched each end with the Banner Pick-a-Punch, which is arguably my favorite punch to say the name of because it's just fun to say. Okay, so we got this done, and I'm going to kind of position him in the center of the circle, and I want his little feet just over the top so it looks like he's resting on this banner because we don't want him floating in the air. So there he is. And also in your measurements, there is a piece of Coastal Cabana, and that is to stamp this little guy right here. You're just going to stamp that plaid background image. And if you're doing all of the projects, this is one tip I want to share with you. So this is the first one on the PDF. If you're going to be doing all the projects on the PDF, this is going to carry through. So you're going to do this to cut out some bows. So we need a little bow for our Scotty dog, but this will give you 4 or 5 bows if you are really good at positioning it. 4 for sure, 5 if you're really good at positioning it. So I would cut out extra bows from this piece that we're using on the first project because we're going to use them throughout our other projects. So you can multitask and get ahead. Okay, so we stamped his little bow, cut it out, and there he is. I just love that the bow gives him a little decoration. And you can see, because I already know I'm spending a lot of postage on this card, I'm go ahead and popped it up. Let's go big or go home, right? Okay, the front of the card's almost done. We need black and white gingham ribbon, little bow, and then some iridescent rhinestones. If you watched the welcome event yesterday, you guys know how much I love my rhinestones. And oh, I left that. I really need to use my take your pick tool. I moved it yesterday for our thing and I guess I could find it on there's one corner of my desk that's a mess right now. Well, okay, it's not where it's supposed to be. Guys, we're just going to use a pair of tweezers. Okay, so with iridescent rhinestones, I say we're already paying a lot of money to mail this. Let's just go ahead and put 3 in each corner and 1 on the bow. And let's make this guy sparkly fun. Okay. So the front of our card is done. Okay. All right, we're done. Inside of the card, I found a measurement typo on my preliminary PDF. As I mentioned, give us some grace on that, guys. On the preliminary PDF, so for the inside of your card, you're going to have 2 pieces of Poppy Parade. And these 2 pieces of Poppy Parade, where are my measurements? I can't remember the exact measurement. I got to look it up quick. They're 4 1/4 by 3 1/2. Now on the PDF, I had to score on the long side, and I actually meant it to be scored on the short side. So on the PDF, I told you to score on the long side, which means it would have looked like this, which is not right. But if you already cut and pre-scored your paper, don't fret, because I'm going to give you a fix. It's not stressful. You did not waste any paper. I promise it'll still work. So you're going to have to score this on the 3 1/4 side. Okay, and there's 4 score lines on here. And then what you're going to do is just roll this up. It's like a little rectangle. We need 2 of them. Make sure you get some. Did I score this? I did. It's very faint. Guess I didn't push down hard enough. It's all right. We're going to force it. Oh my goodness, those are some weak score lines. I guess I ran out of juice there. Okay, so go through and score them. Now what these are going to create are 2 little boxes essentially. And to adhere them together, now I recommend liquid glue on all of this. I know I can hear the cringing from a few people, but I promise you liquid glue on these gift card holders is going to work really well. Some of them you could use tear and tape on this as well, but some of them I couldn't use on tear and tape because my measurements are a little tight. So we're going to put a little on that bottom flap and just fold it together so it lines up. Same thing here. Put some glue. Fold it together. Whoops. And just give them a chance to adhere. Okay. Now this bottom flap area here is what I would recommend putting on the bottom. Glue this to the bottom of the card. So where you attach that little seam, make that be your bottom. So the first one, you're going to put in your card like such. So the first one, you're going to put some glue along the bottom. I like the seam to face towards the back. I find it just helps it fold down a little easier. So we're going to put some liquid glue here. Again, you could use tear and tape for this one. And we're going to put it right up against the seam and make it flush with the card. Okay. Hold for a minute. Okay. And then we're going to put some more liquid glue on this back piece here. So 2 points for liquid glue. And I did do this in pictures on the PDF. So pictures in the video are going to be the best reference for this. Okay. So we put glue on the back and on the bottom for this first piece. Now for this next piece, same. We're going to find our seam. The lights are so bright. And seam's going to go on the bottom facing the back. And we're going to put liquid glue in 2 places, just on the sides, because this is where our gift card's going to fit. So we want to leave room for it. And then just on the bottom seam. Okay, line it up. Oh, got a little leakage there. That's okay. It's okay. I can hear Wendy crying, going, "Gah." It's okay, Wendy. We can do it. If you want to make sure you get a good firm press, you can put your bone folder down there. Just hold for a minute. Again, you could use your tear and tape too. I'm just used to using liquid glue, so that's what I'm going to use. All right, we're going to set that off to the side for a minute so I can show you the stamping. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you use my preliminary PDF and have these wonky score lines, just go ahead and rescore it on the short side so we can make this. Now you're going to see we've got a couple score lines here that'll show on the very, very top. Don't worry about that, guys. Take your bone folder, just go over them to smooth them down, and you can just take an extra little scrap of your DSP and put it over this little section to cover up those oopsies. So you're not going to waste anything. You might just have to use a little scrap of DSP. I apologize for the error in measurement, but as I mentioned, I'm human. And I guess I just got confused between short and long when I was typing that up. So hope that makes sense. It'll be fixed on the final PDF. So we have one little scrap, or not a scrap, this is actually a measurement that's on your PDF of the DSP. And we're just going to adhere that to the front of our box for a little extra something, something. And you could put a piece of DSP up here if you want to too. You can decorate the heck out of this. Like I said, you're already spending the extra postage, so go crazy. That's what I say. Now you have 2 pieces inside there. It's this piece is 4 by 5 1/4. So it just fits really nicely here. And then there's a piece of basic white to layer on top of it. So I just dressed this up with a little stamping, which you're going to see when I flip it over. Woo, I got glue all over my hand. I can literally see Wendy like cringing when I did that. Messy with the glue. Boom. Super cute. Snowflakes in the corner, little half a Scotty dog here, and he's saying woof woof. I also put on your PDF, if you want to, you can put a little scrap of Poppy Parade cardstock on there and just cut it for his collar. Or if that's too tedious for you, I just like the extra dimension that gives. There's also a little stamp in there. You could just stamp in Poppy Parade to stamp his little collar and finish him off. But I like that extra pop of Poppy Parade. So there we are. Pop-up gift card holder number 1. What do you guys think? Do you love it? Heather says, I never leave the inside of the card blank. You are correct, Heather. I always like to do them. So what do you guys think? This is super cute. You guys are going to love the alternatives on this too. Okay, let me get all my pile of goodness from the first card. And next up, we are going to make a tag. Oh, I moved it. Here it is. I am so organized, I don't know where anything is. This little guy right here is a fun little fold over tag. This is super easy to come together. It has a little pull out element for your gift card. And I went one step further with this. gave it a little more versatility, and made it a wine bottle tag. So a couple things I want to point out to you. So maybe you're not like a wine person. Maybe you have no need for a wine bottle tag. Cool. Cut that piece off. You don't need that piece. You can attach it to a card, or you could just give it as a gift holder just like this. Okay, so this has a lot of versatility because you can do a couple things with it. Like I said, you can cut that off, put it on a wine bottle, or add it to a card. Lots of functionality there. All right, let's put this baby together. And this is so easy, you guys. Get my plastic out of the way. So you're going to start with 2 pieces of Poppy Parade. Okay, got your little smaller fold on the top, bigger fold on the bottom. What you're going to do is go through and take your stylish shapes and cut it's on the PDF. I think it's the 4th largest circle, 3rd largest circle, maybe. It's on the PDF. And you're going to cut this piece out. Save this piece because we're actually going to use this on the next project. So you can recycle this. I tried to do as much as I could with that on here. So here's our core gift card piece. We've got DSP and Coastal Cabana that will layer together. Okay. Pop it down. It's like a race against time. It's okay. I'm going to get them done. All this pre-work, wouldn't it be great if all the stamping was done for us? It would be so nice if we sat down to do a project and all the stamping was complete. The little Stampin' Elves came and did it for us, but that takes away the fun of creating. But I actually like having it all prepared. Move that out of the way. Just because there's open glue on the table, we know how that goes. Okay, so easy peasy. That's it. This little layer just is just enough to show through the top. And now we're going to close this guy, decorate the front. Again, liquid glue. I know it worked better than tear and tape though, because we just need a narrow line on either side to make our tag. And these are super easy, guys. Like I'm not, I am a big fan of, especially when I'm sitting down during the holidays to make a bunch of something. I don't want it to be, tons of cuts and folds. I want easy. I don't know about you guys. So, and that is why I wanted to do this presentation, because I wanted to show you guys just super easy gift card holders. Yeah, there's a lot of layers, but it's pretty easy to put together. Okay, next up in your, I knew I was going to have cardstock like everywhere. You have a piece to cut out the largest of the stylish shaped circles. You see a pattern here. And we're just going to pop that on the front. And I randomly stamped the snowflakes to show around my little dog. So on your white piece, you're going to stamp your dog and the sentiment. This is going to give you enough room to cut both. We're going to punch this guy out again and see how I just stamped the snowflakes so that they would show around him just for a little extra something in the background. Kind of get him centered on the tag. He's super cute. And then I cut out the sentiment with the banner and I'm just overlapping the circle a smidge. Again, kind of grounds it a little bit. May your days be furry and bright. It's the story of my house. Okay, you're also going to have measurements for a piece to do another one of those plaid backgrounds. Cut as many bows as you can because you'll have them for all your projects. So we have a little bow. There he is. And then, ooh, I feel like it's an assembly line. Medium one on his bow and 2 tiny ones on either side of the banner because I always have to do my embellishments in odd numbers. So that's a me thing. It's a quirky little me thing. Now we're going to make the tag. The tag is actually pretty easy, guys. In your measurements, I have the measurements for basic white and Coastal Cabana to layer together, and then a piece for the designer series paper. Now this is going to hold your gift card. So bet you can't guess what we're doing. We're going to put adhesive on the side, little bits. Again, this is not a project that you want to be super heavy-handed with your liquid glue because you have to make sure your gift card fits in there. So a thin line is best. And what I find I like to do is adhere the DSP. Watching my time, I'm doing good. I had a feeling I was going to start out with a little bit longer presentation. What I then like to do is put my gift card in there and just kind of give it a hold. This actually kind of makes sure that there's room for the gift card to slide in and out later. So I like to use my gift card in there while I'm assembling it, just till that glue grabs. Okay. And for the tag, guys, we are going to kick it old school. So this little piece here is just a little bit longer. And we're not using any fancy punches or dies. We are, oh, my DSP is a little bit long on this one side. See how it's a little bit long? I can trim that off after the video. I'm not going to stress that right now. So I'm just going to kind of line this up on the tag. And then all I'm doing is corner to corner. Simple tag, guys. If you're really worried about making it even, you can use this little piece here that you cut off as your guide. I'm not going to be that meticulous about it, guys. It's a simple tag. If it's a little bit off, you're giving the recipient a gift card, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to be angry at you if it's off a little bit. This one is just a smidge off. It's totally fine. I'm not going to stress it. And then I'm just going to take a simple handheld punch, your basic office supply store punch. Cut a little circle on the top. Again, nothing fancy pants, guys. I think I lost my piece of ribbon though. Here it is. Okay, have a piece of the black and white gingham ribbon. Just going to feed that through like that. Loop it on there so there's two tails. Trim off your excess. I'm doing a horrible job. I need my ribbon scissors. Okay, and then all I did was I tied another bow, and I'm just going to stick this on with a glue dot. You could even tie the bow around these two tails if you want to. And then I also meant to mention, guys, after you put the glue inside, you want to stick this little piece in just to give it a little wiggle room. It'll go in. It's fine. So as you adhere these little pieces, put this little tag piece in just because it kind of beefs it up a little bit while it's drying to make the tag a little bit easier to come in and out. Okay, but this one requires a very thin line of liquid glue. That's the key. Don't go too crazy with it. I mean, I guess you could move your measurements up a little bit if you were worried about it being a little tight, but just as you put your glue in and adhere it down, slide the tag piece in while it's drying, and it kind of puckers it up in the middle to give you a little bit of room. But there you go. Wine tag. What do you guys think? Do you love it? I know I have a ton of people I can give these to, and I just love that you can add the addition of the gift card. Or if you don't want to give them a gift card, you could just stamp a sentiment on here and sign your name too. So there's nothing saying, if you're giving a bottle of wine, you're already super generous. You don't have to give them a gift card too, right? All right. Okay. How we doing? You guys love it? I feel like this is gift cards on steroids. So our next one, this is one of my favorites, and it's so super cute. This little guy is a little trifold gift card wallet, little belly band, and it pops, the gift card pops up. Super easy peasy. I love these for all occasions. We're going to get started. I know that plastic bags are Okay, so this little trifold, I'm going to show you just the nitty gritty here. So this little trifold is, you're going to start out with this long piece of DSP. Again, I'm not worried about measurements right now. I have them next to me, but I don't want to waste time on that. So you're going to fold the top flap down, the bottom, this next flap up, and then you're going to fold the pop-up flap in. Okay, so that's kind of how it's going to look. The first thing you're going to do is go through your this little pop-up piece that's going to be on the inside, you're going to go ahead and run this piece through. First of all, you're going to just put your this is the 4th largest circle in the Stylish Shapes dies. Put it about halfway down. If you have to, put a Post-it on there to hold it to make it even, but you're going to cut the notch for your gift card. So we'll run that through our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Oh, before you run it through, I meant to tell you this. Huge tip. Before you run it through your cut and emboss machine. So here we are with our top flap, bottom flap. Okay, before you run it through, put your adhesive on. Ask me how I know what happens if it falls apart when you cut it. So we're going to put a little bit on the sides and on the bottom. Okay, again, little strips. So you're going to adhere this together to create your little pop-up. Charlene says it's going to be nice to have all of these ideas in one place for the holidays. So cute and so versatile. Good. That was what I really wanted to do with this presentation, was give you just some versatile ideas to use for the holidays that aren't super complicated, but still pack a nice little wow factor. Okay, so here we go. Now, after you've glued, then cut out that little half circle that I told you about. So disregard what I said earlier. Okay, next, you are going to take this little piece. Remember, we cut our notch. Now what you're going to do, put this on your paper trimmer, and you are just going to take the top off, just little slivers. And to use my sample gift card. And the reason for that is cutting those little notches off is going to give you room to slide your gift card in. Okay, so that's going to be a key step, just a tiny little sliver. I don't even have a measurement. Just take the top off so you can fit the gift card in. Okay, now we have our measurements for our DSP and Coastal Cabana layers. There's 2 of the same size and 1 narrow one. So, and I tried to put on the PDF what everything was for. So if it was for a tag, or if it was, if it doesn't say anything, it's probably for the front of the card. But once you cut all the pieces, you'll kind of see where they fit. So that's going to be our top flap. We need one for the front flap on the bottom. Easy peasy. And of course, we have to zhuzh up the inside. You could leave this totally like it is. If you didn't want to do all this extra, you could skip this step. Just plop the gift card in there. Your recipient will love it. But wouldn't they love it more with it being decorated? That's what I always say. So here. And then I have a piece of basic white for a little area to write your note. You could obviously flip-flop these if you wanted to. If you wanted the pattern paper up here and the note down here, you can just flip-flop. These are the same. Well, no, this one's a little bit bigger. So you'd have to adjust your measurements if you flip them. Sorry, I forgot about that. It's been a long time since I did the original measurements for this, so I have to remember. And I went ahead and just zhuzh this up again. I love this little half Scotty. He always looks like he's kind of got jazz hands with whatever he's saying. So he's cute. He's saying Merry Christmas. And you can write a little note to the recipient, slide your gift card in. Remember how we cut some of those extra bows from our original 2 projects? We'll just pop a little one on the inside here, and that's done. You have a little belly band here. This is just basic black. When you pulled your belly band around, what you want to do is I like to start right above the fold. Fold it around. Now the key to putting a belly band on for this, you don't want to make it so tight that the recipient has a hard time getting it on and off. What I would probably recommend when you're putting the belly band on is to put the gift card inside. You want to make it as wide as it's going to be first, but I just like to put it on kind of tight, but not, not to the point where the recipient's going to struggle to get it off. This measurement I gave you, this is a little long, and I did that intentionally, so you could do what you feel. but the seam is on the front because that's where our circle is going to cover. Okay. And now we're going to put our liquid glue in this little area. All that's going to be covered up by the circle, so we don't have to worry about any pesky seams here. Cover that up. I'm watching my time because I have so many alternatives to show you guys. I have to get everything in, and I'm going to. Okay, we have, remember from our wine tag, we saved this. Awesome. Stamp it with the plaid background. Do a little line of Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. Remember, we're only putting the adhesive on the belly band because you want to get that belly band on and off. Oh, hold on, I got to move it closer to my face. my old eyes can't look that much of a distance. Boom. See, our belly band comes on and off nice and easily. And we recycled a circle. Now you guys are probably going to hate me, all the fussy cutters in the house. This guy doesn't have a punch, so he's got to be fussy cut, but that's okay because he's cute. And what's cool is he has jagged little edges around him. So even if you're not a great fussy cutter, this is pretty easy to fussy cut. I do want to point out the little piece that I have in here for your stamping has enough room for him to be fussy cut, and then stamp your little woof in Coastal Cabana. And you're just going to trim that off with some paper snips. And you want to move him over enough so there's enough room for his little woof to go on there. I love how it says woof, and then on the inside it says Merry Christmas. Like that's what he's saying. And another little bow we recycled from the first project. We had extra, and finish it off with, of course, an iridescent rhinestone. Guys, how cute is this? And these are perfect. This is the perfect size for gift giving. What do you think? Ta-da! I have to have that ta-da moment, right? Okay, oh, all this prep is paying off. And finally, our last one. Is a pull apart box. So this is not new. I'm not reinventing anything on this. It is an adorable little box. The lid pops off and you have a gift card holder inside. How cute is this? This is what started the gift card holder thing I was going to do. Okay. I'm going to show you some of your pieces and we're going to put it together. Okay, you have two pieces of Poppy Parade that are going to be the top and bottom of your box. Okay, so here and here. Hopefully you guys are tracking me on this. We've got our Coastal Cabana and DSP layers for the top and bottom, so just adhere those. I love this gingham DSP, you guys. The black and white is so striking and it'll work for just about anything. And then there's so saffron in there, garden green in there, so many. Pumpkin pie, I think. There's a red, I think it's cherry cobbler. This is a great pack of paper and it's a huge pack of paper. Okay. Okay. Boom. So top and bottom. Now in your measurement listing, you're going to have a list for 6 of these little strips that are 1/4 inch by about 2.5, because essentially you're just folding these 2 pieces in half. So what you're going to do is stick these little strips together. What we're needing to do is not get glue on the desk. What we need to do is create a little bit of a barrier so our gift card slides in and out nicely. And these little strips kind of give you a little bulk down here so that that gift card piece will slide in and out. So we're going to adhere 3 together and 3 together to make a little stack of strips. If you were with me for another, I don't remember, I think it was 2 or 3 Makers Mojos again, I did a slider card and we use these little strips again. I like to use these when you're doing 3D sometimes and you have little mechanisms coming in and out of your card. I just find that it It gives you a little bit of bulk so that you can get whatever you need to get in and out. Now, these are going to probably be a little long. Just go in and snip the tops off. Do it on this one now. It doesn't matter if they're even inside. No one's really going to see them. Emily says she appreciates the inspiration for the gingham paper. She received it. Oh, yeah, you're going to love the gingham paper. It's really pretty. What a nice gift to receive at a crafting event, too. Okay. Okay. Wipe off your excess. Don't be a messy gluer like me. Okay. Now that's going to fold in half. So adhere your stacks and put a little adhesive on the top. You could probably do tear and tape on this too. I think it's wide enough. I just like liquid glue for these. Okay. That's the tip for the bottom. And like I said, that bulks it up just enough. This glue dries clear, guys, so don't freak out. Okay, so there we go. That gives us room for the gift card holder. Now, for our top piece, you're going to have measurements for this strip of white that is 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. Sorry, it's dirty up there. On the 4 1/4 size, you're going to score a 3/4 inch flap. And this is what is going to work with your gift card mechanism. Okay. I also want to point out there's another score, another measurement for DSP in there. It is just a simple piece of DSP with a score line in the middle. And this is to hold the gift card on the bottom. Okay. And I did this intentionally because there's not a lot of room here and I can't really put glue on the bottom. So I wanted to make sure I had a place to adhere this. So I made it a little longer and I'm going to wrap this flap around the bottom to give us the space we need to make it so the gift card doesn't fall out, but I don't have to put any glue on the front, on the bottom. Okay, so this is just going to go over the back right here. And then I would highly recommend putting your gift card in here. And then we're just going to put 2 little spots of adhesive on the side. Fold that in. I was looking for sample gift cards. I found I have 3 $50 Crate and Barrel gift cards. So guess who's going shopping after this event? I don't know why I've been saving them forever. And I found a Pottery Barn gift card too. So that's even more exciting. Okay, so see how putting the gift card in there will kind of help you. And it's just to hold it. It doesn't have to be super secure. It's really, I mean, the recipient's going to take it out and use it. So it doesn't really matter that it's stuck in there really well. Now, your next thing, when you put this piece in, again, that extra space gives us room for that to slide in and out easily. The key here is that you want to make sure you give yourself a little space. Don't put this piece, we're obviously going to put our adhesive on this flap, but we don't want to move it all the way up to the top because it's going to cause this gift card to go under the lip. So what you want to do is kind of measure this piece so the flap comes just to the top of the gift card. Okay, right about there, as centered as you can make it on either side. And here's what I did. No one's going to see this, so don't freak out. You can, I just drew a line here. No one is going to see that, but that kind of helped keep me straight because this is the kind of the persnickety part for this. Oh, I got to speed up. Okay. Okay, we're going to put some adhesive on the back. And now when I put this on, I know exactly where to put it. And it doesn't even matter that there's a pen line. No one's going to see it. Okay, so it's adhered like this. Now all you're going to do is take a little adhesive on the sides, close this piece, and then when you pop your gift card in and then pop it in the box, this little flap just goes over the top to kind of close our pull apart present. And then when you pull it out, your gift card will release. So hopefully that makes sense. You just want to line this up so it's just to the top of the gift card. And that's the only little tricky little thing that I found with this pull apart gift card holder. So let's go ahead, and these little pieces just slide underneath. I did try to do this top portion because it's pretty snug. It fits pretty nicely. It's still wet, so I'm trying to make it not fall apart. I tried to add those little strips on the side, on the top, and it didn't work well. So learn from my mistake. Put your little strips on the bottom, but on the top, you kind of just want it to kind of hug your box when it comes down, and it just overflaps just a little bit, but it makes a nice little box. Okay, I also added 2 strips of I stamped some snowflakes on this DSP. Oh, I'm not even gonna take it apart. I'm going to put this together because I have alternatives to show you. Thank goodness we're not putting those together. Okay, that kind of creates our little present. And then you're going to stamp out your dogs. You are going to have to fussy cut one of these. This little guy gets a punch. This little guy has to be fussy cut, but he's too cute for words. So, you know, guys, it's worth the fussy cutting in my opinion. And they look like they're having a little conversation with each other, right? And then I have a little strip of basic white DSP. I banner cut on one end. This fits really nicely right between his little belly so that you can tuck this little banner. Whoopsie, don't push down yet. You can tuck it right in between them. So it has a cute little sentiment, and it fits kind of perfectly right between his little legs and his body. So, and then of course, you gotta zhuzh him up with some of those extra bows, right? I tied a double bow to finish off our gift box. And last, but certainly not least, got some iridescent rhinestones, and this gift card holder is done. What do you guys think? Super cute, right? Like I said, there's just a couple of those little tricks that I shared, and I also stamped a sentiment behind the gift card as well. But those little tricks for the top, and it fits just really nicely. It kind of caps it off really nicely. So what do you guys think? And if you have questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have after the video as well. Okay, 4 gift cards. Cutting it close. Let's look at alternatives. I went ahead and used for my first set of alternatives the brand new framed florets, which is going to be coming out in the new spring catalog. We get to purchase that early, and that'll be available November 1st for everyone who's not a demonstrator. And this has a beautiful set of dies that goes with, and let's look at our gift card holders. First one is the pop-up card. I do want to start out by telling you the only stamping that I really did on this were sentiments. I cut this from the designer series paper that coordinates with this, that will be available on November 1st. It's the fitting florets paper, and then these cute little embellishments are the, I have it all written down, the gold adhesive back swirls. So these are a limited time offering. They'll be available November 1st with the bundle, the paper and the gems, but they're beautiful and they coordinate beautifully with this set. So I actually, the die cuts cut out some of the paper, so I didn't have to do any coloring, which was cool. So here's my first card, pop-up gift card holder. And then I just stamped a couple of the little leaves, simple sentiment, and we have our cute little pop-up. So there's that one. Then I have the wine tag that I did, and I actually cut this flower out of the designer series paper and just added one of the embellishments inside. Also, I used the rose gold and gold specialty paper, which has a little subtle shimmer to cut out some of the die cuts that coordinate just for some leafy embellishments. And then here's our tag. So pretty, right? This paper is gorgeous, you guys. Here is the pop-up, or I'm sorry, this is the trifold gift card wallet. So here it is here, ready to put a gift card in. Just a little reminder that you are loved. I love that. Cute little belly band. Again, I cut those straight from the DSP. So that takes care of all of the coloring for you. And then last but not least, we have our pop-up box. Here we go. Pops out right here. So super cute. And I actually made this so that the circle just overhangs just a tiny little bit. And it just kind of tucks behind there when it closes. So it has a nice little look. Okay. Uh-oh, scary stuff. It says my video has ended. I'm going to press on unless I get a message from somebody saying I'm not live anymore. It did this to me last time, and I'm not going to stress about it. So there's that. And last, I have to show you the masculine ones. I'm cutting it really close, you guys. My second presentation is not nearly as long, so I overcompensated with this one. Okay. So my last one is using the He's All That bundle from the annual catalog. The specialty paper that coordinates with the He's All That is great because it has die cut images in it already that do all the work for you. So here's our pop-up gift card holder with the cute little camper. And this is a die cut from the specialty paper, and these are die cuts from the specialty paper. I added some linen thread and some of the, these are rustic metallic adhesive back dots. So I can't see your comments right now, guys, but I will go back after the video. Sorry about that. My everything just timed out. So, but I will go back. I haven't gotten a message saying I'm not live. so here's the pop-up. Here's the wine tag. Again, I just stamped the sentiment. These are the dies that coordinate with the He's All That. They're called All That. And then I used just some cardstock. I put the little adhesive dots on the headlights for a fun little rustic look. I used the early espresso trim for our cute little pull-out tag. And there's pictures in the final PDF of all this as well. Here's our cute little wallet. Oh, I have glue stuck to my hand. Super cute, ready to go. Holy smokes, you're the best. And then our cute little pop-up gift card holder. Again, stamped sentiment, little banners from the dies, and then a cute little area to put your gift card. So that was chock full. I hope you guys enjoyed that presentation. I know I'm cutting it really close for time. You've got about 8 minutes until the next presentation, which is Wendy. I hope you enjoyed these gift cards. I probably will go ahead and put individual photos of all the alternates in the album as well. They're in a picture in a group on the PDF, but I might go ahead and put them in the albums here in the group if you wanted to look at each one a little bit closer. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation, you guys. I hope this gives you lots of inspiration to make gift card holders for the holidays and beyond. And thank you so much today. And we'll be back, like I said, in just about 7 minutes with Wendy, and I will see you later today for another presentation. So have fun, guys. Have a great morning and happy stamping. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.